2 weeks in a row. Oda, 2 weeks in a row, bro. Yes, yes, yes. Down with the Tontada shit and up with all this greatness that we're getting the past 2 fucking weeks. I am so with it, Oda. Bro, keep doing your thing. So the chapter opens up with the aftermath from last week's Usopp's damage that he did. Sugar is down for the count and all the toys are breaking apart. It's interesting that she could even combine people. There was like one giant toy with just a bunch of people. Like, those are some interesting powers. Like, if somebody else had that, that could be very, very broken. So I'm glad Sugar's down for the count yet again. And overall, Usopp's damage that he did last week carried over into this week and is helping out in a major way. But oh my gosh, like, I did not like Bellamy and I felt he was very fucking crusty or pathetic. But to get what he got from Doflamingo, the man that he was just ready to lick them balls fucking clean, god damn, even I felt fucking bad for him, and I don't even like the guy, like, shit. So not only did he beat the living fuck out of him, let me get this straight, he beat the living fuck out of him, but then also bashed him and was talking dirt on him while he's there bloody, ready to fucking die at any given second. Like, Doflamingo, I don't think there's a good bone in your body. I don't even think that shit about you caring for your people is legit. Like, no, there's no way. He said he's a lowlife no matter where he goes. Like, just take that in for a second. Take that in for a second. Like, this is what you get, though. This is why you should never be on someone's balls so bad. You should never dick ride somebody. I understand that this was apparently his childhood dream. Doflamingo was his idol when he was younger. But you should never, once you got a sign that this person is a piece of shit and he doesn't give a fuck about you, never, especially never ride another man's balls. Like, a man should never be on another man's dick, because this is the repercussions. Doflamingo did him so Dr. Seuss dirty, like, and it's to the point where he's begging for death. I mean, it's between probably that he's all fucked up there, he's disgraced, and the person that he was looking up to this entire time just basically called him a fucking lowlife and said, I don't give a fuck about you. This is what happens when you failed me. So he's there begging for death, and he's probably like, even if he survives this, what is there left for him? His goal of being on Doflamingo's balls out the fucking window. Doflamingo just basically told him exactly how he feels about him. So yeah, everything is coming crumbling down for poor Bellamy, and it's like, I even feel bad for this guy, and I thought he was the crustiest man alive. And in true Joker fashion, Doflamingo, instead of getting wildly upset about shit, he's like, I'm gonna laugh it off. I honestly feel that Doflamingo is one of the most interesting characters in all of One Piece, because, like, I don't get it. Is he really just truly, like, the word Joker, the name Joker fits him because he's just like a madman with no fucking actual logic behind things? But at the same time, he does have a lot of plans as well, and he's like, he breaks it down. You fucked up this, you took Monet, you took Caesar. What are you after, my factory next? Seriously, dude is fucked up. And we're getting even more little inklings of that past, which I'm like, Oda, how much longer are you going to dangle it over us? Just show us the full extent of what happened 13 years ago. Doflamingo saying, 13 years ago, I don't want to feel the same despair that I felt 13 years ago. I'm feeling it. And it's like, he says, you could have been the third Corazon. So now we're starting to understand that Corazon wasn't one person. It was probably some form of him testing things out. Because if he said you could have been the third Corazon, then there was a first and second Corazon, I'm imagining. And that means that it's either his sidekicks that he calls, or that's maybe the rank of what he was referring to, and there was like a first and second one. So maybe the person that was actually Corazon that wasn't his name or something. So there's definitely something more to meet the eye. And by the way, Corazon means heart, so that's probably where it came from, and he was initially going to be the third Corazon, the third person to sit on that seat. So yeah, a little bit more insight into that, but not quite getting there yet. It's like, Oda, when are we going to get this shit? And finally, after waiting so long for this fight, it's like, please, no more. Let's stay here, because this is fucking great shit right now. They started off with Doflamingo. He's controlling Bellamy, and it's so fucked up. It's like, it's really fucked up and dark. It's like One Piece is starting to show some of that dark shit again, and I'm so fucking loving it, where he's controlling Bellamy. So if Luffy hits him, Bellamy's gonna die. So it's like, what the fuck does he do? And then he accidentally kicked him. It's like, Oda, you're going pretty dark. Although, to be fair, I felt kind of like bad with him kicking him, because it's like, and at the same time, it was kind of making it like a laugh in a way where it's supposed to be a little bit serious, but then it was quickly moved because it's like one more hit and he's gonna kill him. But at the same time, it's like you can't let him do something. So serious jam right now. And then the best part of the chapter, like this was an action-heavy chapter, and it was done in a fucking crazy way. And I'm like, yes. With the combo of Luffy and Law using Room to get that fucking Red Hawk in and knock him in. Was it my imagination, or did it look like it went straight through him? Because I saw like fumes coming out the back. So it was like, did he pierce the Doflamingo? Could this be the end of Doflamingo already? Like, it looks like Trouble isn't going to be much of a problem as well, because Law used Radio Knife on him and cut him up as well. So it looks like we might, possibly might, be heading towards the conclusion of all this. I mean, personally, I think Doflamingo should stay around a little bit longer. This fight should be a little bit longer than that, because that's kind of like on some one-punch shit. But hopefully there's still a little bit more to go, because I don't want it to be that's the end of Doflamingo, like he went out with one punch. There gotta be more to him. And I'm sure there is, because at the end of the day, this guy isn't no fucking idiot either. He knows what he's doing. Although that Red Hawk, gotta love it. Overall, yet again, another very good chapter this week. It seems as though One Piece is back on course, no longer Tontada BS. Hopefully we stay like what we had with last week's chapter and with this week's chapter, because this feels like One Piece again. This is what I signed up for. This is that fucking I'm gonna be king of the pirates. This is the worst generation. We're gonna fuck you up. And I'm loving it. 8.5 out of 10 this week. We didn't have that advancement with Usopp this week, but it made up for it with that Red Hawk seemingly moving the fight along very quickly against Doflamingo. But let me know what you guys think first of all. How did you feel about Bellamy taking this ass whipping, this abuse, this fucked up thing that's going on with him? Also, what do you think about that Red Hawk at the end? And do you feel as though One Piece is back on course to that great shit that we love? With the last week's chapter and this week's chapter, is like, no more Tontada. Let's go. And your overall thoughts, but that's all I have for this review. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that would be awesome. I'm Finette World, and as always, people, we go One Piece on a roll, baby.